Want to bring in a local representative for us right now, Krishnamoorthi. He is on the phone right now. Good morning, Congressman.
Hey, good morning, Kristen, Natalie, and Darlene.
Yeah, let's talk a little bit about where you are right now. Are you in the D.C. area? Where are you? And tell us what your thoughts are on the shooting, of course, of some of your colleagues, of one of your colleagues.
Yes, I'm actually calling you from my Capitol Hill office. It's a horrible, senseless act of violence that took place this morning. And what can I say? I think that all of our thoughts and prayers are with Congressman Scalise, the Capitol Hill police officers who went down, and the other shooting victims as well as their families. It's just a very, very difficult morning here in Washington, D.C.
Congressman, can you talk about how the news was delivered to you? Because I know when we hear reports of a shooting anywhere near Washington, D.C., we are all on heightened alert. So was there any confusion or chaos or concern in the Capitol because of this news?
I got a phone call very early. I think that a lot of people got, immediate alerts on their smartphones once this happened. The Capitol Hill police do such a good job of, basically, securing the area and making sure that everyone's safe. And I just want to say one thing, which is that, the Capitol Police did such a fine job every day, and without their being on the scene this morning, the violence could have been, the tragedy would have been a lot worse. And, I just want to say a special thank you to them for what they did this morning and what they do every single day, as well as all of law enforcement.
Yeah, it sounds like they prevented a major, major tragedy. I want to ask you,
Definitely.
because we have been pulling in the nuts and bolts from our sister station and also the network feeds that have been coming in. But one of the things I've been reading just from the American people reacting to this is they just say it's a sad, sad day for our government, that this was a time where we are so polarized, talking about some very hot button issues right now in politics. But this was a chance, a bipartisan effort for Republicans and Democrats to come together in the name of fellowship and in the name of charity, and they can't even pull something like that off without something like this happening. Would you too describe it as a very sad day, and what will you tell your people about continuing to work together, and we should support things like this?
It's a very sad day, and the irony is that I learned about this as I was going into a meeting of the bipartisan working group this morning, and I think everybody there, Republicans and Democrats, were horrified to learn of the news, and it kind of gave us renewed purpose for meeting and trying to figure out how do we move forward together. And so I hope that even as we think and pray for Congressman Scalise and the others, that we take some concrete steps to kind of lower the rhetoric and the temperature of our kind of political discourse and try to work together a little bit here.
And let me just throw this out there. We were talking to Representative Jan Schakowsky a short time ago, asking her about, does this mean, because you don't have, clearly you do not have detail with you everywhere you go. Does this concern you? Are you thinking about this as a representative now, that you may need this, in fact?
I don't know that I don't know if I need a detail, but I think that it does heighten the vigilance that we all have to practice with regard to personal and office security, and certainly, I think all of us are thinking about our families too on a day like today.
And you're representing people here in Illinois in the 8th District. Sometimes when we hear, Pat Brady and I were just talking about this, sometimes we hear about a shooting like this, of course, the debate, it sparks that debate about tougher gun laws here in the state of Illinois. Do you think we'll have that conversation, and how soon will we have that conversation?
Maybe, but today's not a day for that. I think that today's a day to think about Congressman Scalise and the others who were shot, and I just hope that everyone prays for his and the other shooting victims' speedy recovery.
All right. Thanks so much, Congressman Krishnamoorthi. We appreciate it, from the 8th District here in Illinois. Glad you're safe.